What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Major League University YouTube channel. Thank you for popping back in. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how do we play in the present moment. Now, it's one of the most commonly asked questions, at least that we get in our field, but not very many people know how to do it. If you've ever been physically present, meaning your body's there, but mentally we're in a whole nother world. All right, give me a show of hands. Yep, I'm one of those. I've been in the classroom in the middle of science class and I'm thinking about my Call of Duty game or the baseball game this weekend, instead of being where my feet are and being locked into the present moment. And I'll show you how we can do that today. How bad do you really want it? Be a lot more fun. Let's have a great day. Now, before we get into this video, please hit that subscribe button. If you have been watching our content or if you're new here, it helps us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. And eventually we want to get to the millions and impact millions of people. That is our goal and our vision at Major League University, is to impact millions of athletes across this country through the mental side of the game. So let's dive right into this video. How do we lock ourselves back into the present moment? So before we dive into that piece, I want to give you a couple different aspects to each one of these columns that might make this a little bit more crystal clear for you and all of us. So let's think about the past, right? Think about the past. Something has already happened. It could be my past childhood. It could be my past results. It could be a last game. It could be a last weekend series in college. Whatever that might be, it's something in the past, meaning we'll never have to go through that again because it's already happened, right? This has already happened. So think about this. That's last pitch, whether it's the same at bat and it's the strike call that just happened or the ball call that just happened, the out or the hit that just happened, the strikeout or the giving up the base hit to tie the game that just happened. That last pitch is in the past. Last game, that's in the past. We're not playing this game thinking about last game. Off the field baggage, meaning, hey, I'm taking my school on the field with me, or I'm taking my on the field performance home with me. Anxiety or fear. There's a lot of anxiety of what if this happens again? Right? The chronic what ifs. What if I fail? What if I don't make the team? What if I'm not good enough? There's a lot of what ifs that happen. But if I'm hanging on to that anxiety and that fear, I'm never going to feel unleashed and feel in the present moment. It's going to be really challenging for me. I'm always going to be trying to live up to other people's expectations instead of setting the expectations for myself. And then the last piece of this is it's completely out of my control. Whatever's happened in the past, I can't control that anymore. But I can control what I do with what's happened in the past. I'll give you a few examples. Right? Walt Disney was told he wasn't creative. He wasn't good enough. They didn't have the ability to go do what he wanted to do, to be an artist and to go kind of be in the film industry and all those other things. Well, he created Disneyland, and it's one of the greatest places on earth if you've ever been there. I'd say that has a lot of creativity. But just because somebody told him that or he got denied in the past didn't mean that he let that affect his future. Tom Brady, an easy one, 6th or 7th round draft pick. The dude wasn't very good, right? Wasn't very good out of college, but he kept working. He put his mind to something, and he didn't let the negative naysayers hold him back from having success. Albert Pujols wasn't even a top 10 round pick, and he's one of the greatest home run hitters in the history of our game today. If he would have listened to the critics and all the other people who got drafted before him and didn't focus on his game, he would have never been the player he was today that we get to see there on TV, and now soon to be in the Hall of Fame. So just because something's happened in the past does not mean that it's going to keep on happening. You get to control the present moment as much as you can. Now let's shift to the future, right? Here's the thing about the future. Next pitch, man, what's going to happen? What's he going to throw me? What if I strike out again? What if I have another bad game? I sucked yesterday. What if tomorrow is the same thing? And then I go to bed laying my head down on my pillow thinking about all of the wrong things that might happen the next day instead of all of the great opportunities that await you the next day. I'm fearful of what might happen in the future because I don't really trust myself. I'm not as confident in myself. Uncertainty and doubt. Uncertainty is the key here. And when we leave some void for uncertainty, we open the holes for doubt. And self-doubt can be the number one cause of negative performances because we're so fearful of what might happen. Right? I'm doubting myself, and now I'm hurting myself with my self-talk instead of helping myself with my self-talk. So uncertainty and doubt. And here's the biggest one here. It's completely out of my control. Tomorrow's out of my control. All I get is today. This is the only opportunity that I get. Right now at 10 a.m. with you is the only opportunity that I have right now. I don't know what's going to happen at lunchtime, what's going to happen at school tomorrow, what's going to happen in my game this weekend, 5 days away. I can't control those types of things. But what I can control is what's right in front of me right now. So now let's talk about the present moment, because this is the best moment to be in. And if we can get to this moment, you're not going to be here 100% of the time. I don't want to come on this video and say, hey, no matter what you do, if you watch this video, you're going to be in the present moment all day, every day. It's impossible. But what is possible is to train our mindset in the right way to help us get back to the present when we feel ourselves drifting too far in the future or falling too far in the past. So let's look at the present moment. This pitch is all that matters. I don't care what happened on that last pitch. I don't care what's happening on the next pitch. This pitch that I get right now is in my control, and I'm going to do the best I can with this pitch. Win this moment. This moment is all we have. This moment in the classroom. This moment at the dinner table with my family. This moment at the park with my friends. This moment in the baseball or softball game. That's all I can control. It's what's happening in this moment. And I can't even control the things that are happening around me, but I can control what's happening in this moment with myself. Flow state. I consider the present moment like I'm in flow. Think about the times where everything's just been going your way. If you're an athlete, you're hitting the ball well, or you're throwing the ball well, and everything's just going really good for you, and you don't even have to think about it. It's just happening. You're thinking less and doing more. Well, most of us would like to be in that state of mind more often than not, because we're just naturally letting our body go do what it's supposed to do because my mind isn't getting in my way. But what prevents a lot of us from playing and competing in the present moment is our mind and the tricks that it plays on us. I start to overthink. I start to think too far in the future, or I start to worry about the past, and it prevents me from competing in the present moment. The next piece, I'm in control of my emotions. It doesn't mean I'm not angry, sad, happy, excited, whatever those emotions might be. But what it is I'm in control of those emotions. I get to channel those emotions into a positive direction. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be excited. But what's not okay is to live in those negative emotions, living in the past of regret, living in the past of bitterness, living in the future of fear of where am I going to college, or if I'm going to get drafted or not. Those are unacceptable. What we can do, though, is stay in control of our emotions to lock us back into the present moment. I love what Cain says here, be where your feet are. Like wherever my feet are planted is where I'm at that day. I'm grounded in the ground. My feet are there. My eyes are locked. I can see the whites of your eyes and you're paying attention and you're locked in. I know that you're in the present moment. It might not guarantee success, but it will guarantee the best chance and an optimal opportunity for you to have success. And the last one, confidence. Who wouldn't want to be more confident? Well, you're not going to be very confident if we're so fearful of the future and what might happen. We're not going to be confident if we're resentful of coach for not playing me over and over and over, or because somebody else got an opportunity over me. But we will be more confident if we're in the present moment, because that is in my control. It's 100% in your control every single day. But most of us forget that. So how do we get back to the present moment? I'll give you a couple ideas. Number one, we can always come back to our breath. Reaffirming yourself with a big deep breath. And the reason why it's so important, and I call it intentional breathing, is because it resets my mind, gets me in the present moment, and allows me to see things for what it is. I can clear my head, I can take that big deep breath and lock back into this moment, this opportunity. The second thing that we can do is affirmations. I can reaffirm myself all the things that are true if I feel myself shifting too far in the future or too far in the past. Keep hunting the fastball. Go give it my best effort. Be the best that I can be right now. Win this pitch. Whatever that phrase or term might be for you that can lock you back into the present moment. And then something that we can look at to reset our mind, right? Whether it's your mental toilet flush, where you flush it down the toilet and you get rid of it and you move on. Cal State Fullerton baseball did this a long time ago in the early 2000s, where they would have this mini toilet bowl in the back of their dugout. And if somebody felt like they were getting too far in the future or too far in the past, angry, upset, frustrated, they would go flush the toilet bowl. And what it acted was as a reset button to slow them back down and get them back into the present moment. What a clever idea. So if you're a coach and you want to bring something to your team, put a little mini toilet bowl in the back, or something that you can act as, hey, when we hit this or we touch this, it's over with, it's done with. When I take it back out to the field or back to my at bat, I'm not carrying the baggage of the past or the fear of the future. Learning to compete in the present moment is training our mind and training our breath to work in sync. And to be the best that we can be is by giving it the best effort that we can each and every day to control the things that are within our control. We can't always control the umpires, the weather, our friends, or our family, but we can control my attitude, my energy, and my effort that I take to that ballpark every day. And if I control those things, I give myself the best chance to compete in the present moment, to be the best version of me, and to go out there and have as much success as humanly possible. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you thought that you might add some value to a friend, a teammate, a family member, feel free to click that share button, share it on, hit the like button. It helps us reach more people and helps us reach our goal of reaching millions of athletes across this country. That is our goal. We want to inspire millions of people. That's what keeps us going to develop this content and send it out to you. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We'll be releasing some awesome products and ideas here coming up soon. Please keep staying engaged and have the best opportunity you can to go out there and compete by being in the present moment, locking your thoughts into what is true right now. Have a blessed day.